Welcome to another day of Ether Rays. We are taking on a Japanese Mia player here, and we're going to go ahead and use the Crom team here, the hit and run team, really ranged. I feel like I have one of each in every season. I've been trying to figure out how to get or what team composition to put Sita on for Astra. I haven't figured it out yet, so that's why I haven't swapped her over. She's still in light for now. But this is a really nice Mia. I really like this Mia, this ult. She's such a well-drawn ult. The aesthetic is very nice. I like the color palettes. This is an interesting build. Not a lot of live to serve. I think it's a really great skill for healers. It could probably do with an upgrade. But I really like it. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it in the future. I think it's on Riss, as well as the fact that you just saw it there as a seal. But yeah, we're going to hit and run this one. Step on the traps, break some structures, then take out Ike. The fence is pretty much boxed in, so we don't really have to worry about them chasing us. I had a couple of options in terms of how to play this one, and I figure this is probably the best, I guess. I don't know. Vale here is going to be responsible for taking out Ike, and as you can see here, my Crom is incomplete. Probably need to get that fixed at some point, but for now we're just going to
I'll do it.
Yeah, work with what we got here, take out the enemy team, and then get going. I don't know why Lumera is on the team either, because it's not like I need her for anything here. It's not like this team is omni-tanking anything. It's not the way that the team is set up to play, so I don't know. But she's here. I'll probably swap her out, I think, after this, because I really don't need her. But yeah, what was I saying before? Before I started talking about Mia, I was talking about something else.
Why not?
Anyways, so far I've been testing out all the new units on the banner from the last banner. I'm not like very high on that Vale. Even though I know, like in the previous video, you saw her take out or almost take out my plus 10 Brave Marth. But overall, I'm not like the highest on her. I think it's really because of the fact that she's colorless. So she doesn't have some of the best matchups against like red units in specific. I feel like, I don't know, again, I think I was saying this before, but it's probably down to the fact that mine is minus attack. So maybe I should definitely trade through that, see how she improves afterwards. And I don't like the fact that her C skill is locked. Because I feel like she would be really good with cancel control, but C skill. And also the fact that she's not quadding more often. But in any case, I don't know what I'm doing here really. I'm trying to break stuff so that I can get some Mia, but then also Ike has cancel control, so I gotta be careful about how I approach. Oh, didn't see that, but it doesn't matter because there's no guidance. Mia would have been good with her warping staff, I guess, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I think I want to get Leon to take out this Mia, the melee Mia. Pretty sure he can do it. Just gotta check here.
I will do my best.
I can hardly wait.
Cav school. Okay, never mind. We'll wait one more turn to get that, and then yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, Nurgle has been really fun to use, and Ursula as well, although I don't really feel like her best spot is, I don't feel like her best spot is in Astra Anima, because she messes up, if you have like a rally trap, she will mess that up, because she gives the attack and speed up 6, and then if you're running like Freyr, he will give the def res up 6 as well, which means that no one can rally on her because she has all stats up 6, and no one can rally on anyone around her in 2 spaces either, because you have Freya giving the defense and res up 6, and then she's giving the attack and speed up 6. So there's no one that isn't all stats up 6. So you can't rally, which is bad. You need to be able to rally if you're going to run like a rally trap, or like even like I guess maybe, well, even because Freya's there, you can't even do anything about like debuffs and stuff. So you can't run Harsh Command, you can't run... the only thing you could do is the new Healing Assist, Magic Shield Plus.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I didn't pull for that, so I don't know. Is that in the regular pool, or was that on the... It was on the baby banner, so yeah. If you didn't pull for that, you're not going to be able to do anything, so... I don't think Astra Anima is the best suited for her. I think she's probably going to be better off in Dark Season. Because you don't have to worry about her getting full started. And she'll just get that attack and speed, and you can spread that along with the Desperation. So it's probably a better placement there. But we'll see how it pans out over time. That's probably what I'm going to do, actually. Because a lot of it's either going to be a Dancer Trap or a Rally Trap, and having everyone having all stats up 6 removes my ability to build around a Rally Trap, and it locks me into a Dancer Trap, which I may or may not want to do. And it also prevents me from running like combination traps as well. So it's just a couple of things to think about. Which is, overall, my opinion is just she's probably better off in Dark Season, which is probably what I'm gonna do. That aside, the Lumera really changes that matchup, man. I think this Lumera ult is gonna be pretty common just because of AoE damage, especially in Astra Anima season. She really swings that matchup more in Ike's favor. I think I said this before as well, but yeah, if you have something that can like survive in like Miracle plus Terrain, so I'm thinking like anyone that can pre-charge Miracle and then have like Flared Sparrow or Miasma Terrain, and then you can have your AoE unit come in. Well, then again, the AoE might be disabled because of Ike's whole smoke effects. I don't know if that's probably the best approach, but I don't know. I'm gonna test that and see how that works out. Miracle plus Terrain to get Ike to stop doing that thing that he's doing, or to get Lumera to stop doing that thing that she's doing, and to get Ike to stop surviving. I feel like the Miasma Terrain might be best for that. Like, just if you're looking to kill Ike in general, because it gives more stat swings. I'm not gonna argue with 7 free damage. Trip damage is great, but I feel like the Miasma might give you more because it reduces his defenses as well, all across the board.
Close your
so yeah,
eyes.
it might work out better in your favor, the Miasma Terrain. So yeah, we're just going to let Veil eventually take care of Ike. Eventually. I'm probably gonna have to break one of these structures, I think, to let out the team at some point, but for now we're just taking things as they come, see how the enemy team moves, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. Yeah, doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get the Deadeye off. Unfortunate, but it's fine. I wonder why they gave Golden Serpent the dual strike effect, since Golveg, Hater, Satyr, they have nothing to do with like the Awakening games. So that's an interesting, like, thinking back on it now, it kind of seems, because typically they do those effects and they make them thematic. Baby Robin with the dual skill is why I'm saying that, but I guess it's just going to be free-for-all for that one, since it's the lesser version of Triangle Attack. I think everyone has agreed on that aspect of it now, because the adjacency clause is difficult to maneuver around from time to time. So yeah, I guess it'll just be available on more units eventually, instead of Triangle Attack, which is 3 units in 3 spaces, or 3 units in whatever amount of space, whatever you want to be. I feel like the Triangle Attack, because of the range, the distance, you can be adjacent or one space away,
Your plan.
it makes it work easier. So
You have
I don't
my
know. Triangle attack. I think triangle attack is overall just
All
better.
right.
So yeah, those are some thoughts. I think I finished fixing the defense, so it should be up and running by now. They really need to make another map that has at least one unbreakable structure on it. It doesn't have to be a wall, it can be whatever they want it to be, but I feel like having that unbreakable structure just makes maps more unique. It doesn't, I think whether or not it's going to be like a Cav favored map is going to be where it's going to be based off where they place that structure. Currently there's only 2 maps, I believe, that have unbreakable structures, or is it 3? Might be 3. And the ones that have that unbreakable structure are all very
Close your eyes.
useful,
I will do my
favorable
best.
for defense building. And I definitely want to see at least one more map like that on the next update, because typically they do like an update every couple of months. They release a new map or a couple new maps for Ether Raids, at least 2. So hopefully they do that the next go around, because yeah, I want to build on a different map. I feel like I don't have enough good maps to use. A lot of the maps are just trash. Maybe instead of removing the old maps, maybe they can update the design, some of the design features on the maps to make them more usable. But then again, that might have negative implications moving forward. But I guess if it's like you just want to go the lazy route, instead of building the whole new map, just fix what's already there. It shouldn't be too tough. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on that.
I can do this.
3 units left. Gotta get the last spot, and then we're gonna close it out. I pulled on the Sigurd banner. That banner has a lot of value on all of the colors, I feel. Pulling red is good. Pulling blue, maybe not so much. I think blue had the lowest value. I think it had Uller, who should definitely get a Crazy Refine. I'm expecting at least that. Blue had Uller and someone else, and I know that green had Hell and Nino, Assassin Nino. And then you had Corin and Micaiah, and red has the Rearm, Triandra, and Sigurd. What's the other unit on blue? I can't remember right now. But yeah, I think it has insane value in comparison to the banner that had Legendary Byleth. That one wasn't very good. Oh, Naga. Naga was the other person on blue. So there's a lot to go around on the Legendary Sigurd banner. I definitely pulled for that one primarily because of Triandra. I'm trying to get some more copies of Rearm Triandra. Again, I've said this before, I think she's far better than Triandra, than Peony. It's just that Peony's more for offense. I think they're tailored more towards specific game modes. Triandra isn't like the best. Thinking of something like Summoner Duels.
What can I do?
Summoner Duels, whereas Peony kind of excels
Yes.
in that meta, in that arena. Whereas Triandra does really well in Aether Raids, either defense or offense. I feel like she offers a lot. Chip damage, whatever the case may be, she's just really good in Aether Raids. And then, dancers are good everywhere else, but specifically Peony for Summoner Duels, Triandra for Aether Raids, I feel.
Do not suffer.
There goes Ike. That iceberg from that veil, from the
have no doubt.
Fallen Veil,
I can hardly
hit so
wait.
hard yesterday. That was,
I have faith.
yeah, I was surprised that it
Just
hit for
look at
that
the
much.
flowers.
But then again, she had like 70-something res, so it makes sense. But yeah, that's it, man. GG's. See you in the next match. Welcome to another day of Aether Raids. We're taking on Topek here, and this name does look a little bit familiar. I don't know if I've played him before or something, but Today we're gonna go tanking with Lumera. I've been interested just to, I don't know, give her a shot. I never really gave her much of a chance. I figured she's pretty much just the same thing as her mythic version, and I hate her mythic version, so I didn't really give her much of a shot. So we're gonna go ahead and throw her into the deep end here, and hopefully she survives. I mean, most of the units here don't have their refines, so she should be okay, I guess. I don't know. I never really gave her much consideration or anything in terms of testing, so we'll see how she does. I pretty much just look at her for her terrain effects more than anything else. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, as you can see here, most of the units here don't have the refines, just a lot of high bulk. So we're just gonna throw Lumera in and see what she does. Didn't really plan out much of a strategy aside from
Close your
that.
eyes.
I was hoping to get her like all the way up, but I can't smite, as you can see here. Oh, this was the other map
can I do?
that I kept trying to remember. The other map that had a unbreakable block. So there's 3 of them. This one, the desert one, and the Cavline one. So this was the one that I couldn't remember. And as this is not like a widely utilized map, because the middle space is so free. It's not like the best if you consider like placements, because the enemy team has all of this space here in the middle just to go up and do whatever they want. It's particularly convenient for gale forcing, and also it boxes your team in, which isn't necessarily it's not desirable. It's really because of the positioning of that unbreakable block. Even if you were to try to build a Cavline team around this, they wouldn't be able to get to the enemy team. This map works really well with rally traps. That's pretty much what I've seen here, because the blocks are unbreakable and sometimes the ranges overlap to a weird way where one of your units might break the block and then allow the rest of the teams to come down. Only Cirrus attacked there. That is unfortunate. I was hoping that more of the units would have attacked. They all decided to rally instead. But again, this is Cirrus without her refine, and Lumera proving here that she is the better dragon, even though her sprite isn't. I'd say that Cirrus has the better dragon sprite. But yeah, I do like the fact that they put the block there, but so much of the map changes depending on the placement of the unbreakable block. And as you can see here, it looks like they had, what, 4 unbreakable blocks, but they changed them to only 1 that was unbreakable. If it still had the 4 unbreakable blocks, it probably would be interesting to navigate around this. But
I have no doubt.
I don't necessarily know if it would still be like a really good map for defense, because your team still needs a way to get out. I mean, in terms of like initiating on the defense, it would probably make it a little bit harder to do something like hit and run, because you'd have to like go up this, if they still had the 4 blocks I'm saying, you'd have to like go up the side.
Count on me.
There's no way because there'd only be 1 entrance.
I can do this.
Well, yeah, 2 entrances. So yeah, you'd have to go up the side. In a situation like this where the opponent has blocked the middle, you'd have to go up the side, and then I guess you could probably find your way out through the same way that you got in, but it would take a lot of time to get that done. So I understand why they would have not left the all the blocks as unbreakable on this map, but even for like your defense, if it's only 1 way in or 1 way out, unless you had like guidance or something, it's really easy for the opponents or the opposing team to just like hit you and get out, because this is just you're completely boxed in. This is really easy to, it would really be easy to gale force on a map like this.
Count on me.
This is like, yeah, really easy to gale force.
What can I do?
But
I have no doubt.
Then again, maybe I'm just thinking in terms of what I already know. Probably someone would come up with something that would really just change how this map is utilized, and I'd have to take all of this back. But that's really just how I'm seeing it. In any case, I pulled... I want to keep pulling for another copy of Nurgle because I do want that fodder. I was considering going for
Count on me.
Arion, but colorless is like the worst, so I dipped.
Close your eyes.
But since he's green, that close combat and special spiral combination, really nice. I'm probably going to try to get that so that I can improve my
I can do this.
Ishtar. Remember I was saying I was going to do that, and then I don't know, I'll probably hold on. I want at least two copies of that Nurgle, 2 extra copies, so that I can put one aside to put like on a rearmed unit. Not necessarily for the special spiral. I already have that in waiting. Then again, that brings up the question, what am I going to do with my +10 Ophelia?
Fine.
Like, such a missed opportunity there. Well, I could give her the arcane... Well, no, that's probably a bad idea since there's no way I'm going to get anything out of those merges. I'm not going to get another use from that rearmed unless I were to merge her. Can you do that? Merge a +10 into a +1? I don't think you can. I think they made an update specifically so that you can't do that.
Have faith.
I don't remember, but yeah, she is pretty much... what would you call
I
it?
hate waiting.
Bricked
What's
at
your
this
trouble?
point. I can't do anything else with her. All of that fodder for nothing at this point. And also, the unit herself isn't like the best in terms of just her combat capability. I mean, the AoE potential of the unit is there, but she just doesn't hit hard enough, unfortunately. In comparison to like someone like Ygritte, yeah, she needs... Maybe they'll release a weapon that does her a little bit more justice, inheritable, but I doubt that, because she doesn't have the speed to really take advantage of the desert weapon, that baskets, whatever that one's called, and I think that's like the only other one that's really good. So yeah, she's gotten benched. But yeah, I do want to see what I can do with that fodder. I want to give it to my
What can I do?
Celica Ascended, but I don't want the special spiral.
Close
So
your eyes.
it would be a waste just to fodder Nurgle
have
to
no
Celica for the A skill only. So I probably want to put that on a rearmed unit eventually when one comes out, and then pass it around, because I feel that bonus doubler A skill is actually really, really nice. It's perfect for Celica.
Count on me.
But for now, we wait. We see what happens. Maybe they'll release even better. I don't know how they would go even better than that, because there's only so many other effects that you can put in an A skill. I feel like we have like such an abundance of choices right now in terms of good A skills that I don't know how to pick. I was considering this the other day. I feel like there's going to be a close combat seal at some point. I feel like that is probably the next one that they'll put out. Since Distant Counter is already available, it only makes sense for them to release the close combat variant, since, I mean, at this point it's really not that big of a deal. Especially since they power creeped it with a close combat bonus doubler, it's really not that big of a deal if they release it as a seal at this point. I was considering that in regards to like some of the other seals that they may put out, like Pass, Vantage. I don't think there's a shot. There's no way that they're going to put out a Vantage seal, because that is premium. That's a premium B skill. And I'm looking at it in comparison to like what they've done with Wings of Mercy and Fleeting Echo, stuff like that. There's no way they're going to put out a Vantage seal that's just a seal. They're going to sell that to us, and there's going to have to be some type of limitation, because if everyone has Vantage, then I mean, Hardy Bearing, I mean, yeah, like what do you do? Like, you can't kill anything without Hardy Bearing, pretty much. So I'm pretty sure they're going to try to sell that to us. on some type of attuned unit.
Let's rumble.
Which, thinking back at it now,
Yes.
if they created that entire unit class just so that they can sell us stuff, that's pretty scummy. Like, if you think about it. It's not just for the art. It's literally so that they created an entire unit class just so that they can sell us stuff. Which is completely different from the rearm. The rearms had value in terms of
I have no doubt.
auto duplication factories, but the attune units are literally just for premium skills. And that's kind of scummy if you ask me. But that's what I would be thinking if they're going to put out like a Vantage
Close
seal.
your
It would
eyes.
more than likely be an attune skill. That and there's one other one, Pass. Pass will definitely be an attune skill. There's no way they're just going to give that out for free as
I hate
a
waiting.
S slot, which would suck because I mean there's no real use to have Pass in that seal for flyers in particular. Flyers don't really have that many great B skills, so I'd probably consider an upgrade to Pass before
Lord Sombron.
looking to get an attuned skill for Pass. They're probably going to upgrade it first. I don't know what Pass 4 would do. It has to be something good because flyers have nothing. Maybe if they put DR piercing on Pass 4, that would... Ooh, that sounds nice actually. DR piercing on Pass 4 because I think Pass is pretty much inheritable by everyone. So that would allow even healers to get it.
Got this.
And it doesn't have any movement restrictions. I actually like that quite a bit. Hopefully, man, my god, they're still rallying. Attack! Huh. I was hoping that everyone would just attack Lumera so that I could get a good idea of what she's all about, but that did not happen.
For Lord
So we're gonna have to
Sombron.
try this again some other time. But yeah, I like that idea. Pass with DR piercing. And I think that's the only thing that could probably make it any better. Because it already is pretty good
A goddess
in terms of just ignoring Warp Bubble. But if they added DR piercing to that would be a huge boon for
Count on me.
most movement types, especially flyers. But I don't think they'll add that. Maybe extra damage.
Let's rumble.
Have
But yeah,
faith.
I'm interested to see what additional skills they add to the game, as I said before, because we're at like such a saturated state right now. A lot of old skills are like no longer even any good. I keep thinking about like grand strategy,
I won't lose.
and nobody runs that anymore just because Ploy is everywhere. I mean, forget Sanaki. Ploy is literally everywhere. There's so many debuffs now, and even if you like try to think of taking advantage of it, it's so easy for us to get to a meta where people just put Ploy on everything to neutralize that effect. So I don't think that's ever going to come back. Unity stacking, I really don't. But we'll see what happens. This match is over. Lumera will try again. GG's. See you in the next one.